Hey CG, I'm Dex.
And I'm Jeremy.
And we have some great videos for you this week, so stay tuned for today's announcements, November 18th, 2016.
Black Friday is coming up soon, but sometimes it's hard to know where to go and where the best deals will be. Morgan Weaver and Aubrey Hefner bring us a video about Black Friday.
Do you Black Friday shop?
Nope, zero, no way. Never do it.
I've gone before in the past, but I don't think I'm gonna go this year.
Do I go Black Friday shopping? No, it's too busy.
I go Black Friday shopping. It has become a tradition in my family. I go with my daughter, and we are very serious about our Black Friday shopping. We don't really buy so much stuff, but we are out there to absorb all the sights and sounds of the season. And we kind of push people out of the way because, you know, that's a little bit of the tradition too, the frenzy right before the Christmas season starts.
Black Friday can be very stressful. These experienced shoppers give tips to have a successful Black Friday.
If you go Black Friday shopping, my tip is to go with someone that you trust, that you're not gonna lose, because you never know how people are gonna act, especially on a crazy holiday like Black Friday.
Get there early. Don't stand at the front of the door so you don't get trampled to death.
Just throw elbows and rip out throats.
My tips for shoppers is when you walk into a store, the first person should get in line, and then the second person can shop, and then you can trade places, and that would be my tip.
I think that if you're getting any sleep on Black Friday, you're doing it wrong because everybody knows you're supposed to sleep after you eat on Thanksgiving.
Drink a lot of Starbucks to get the caffeine flowing and have fun.
I would just advise people to, go as early as you can, but to also spend time with your family on Thanksgiving.
The monster has been assigned to so many early college seniors. Parker Ferguson brings us a story about this assignment.
Every year in the early college English 102 class, students are assigned The Monster, which is a 15-page argumentative research paper over the topic of their choice.
One of the reasons I do this is because I know that when they go into college, many students will have papers 10, 12, 15, and if they've never done a lengthy research paper in high school, they are very unprepared. They oftentimes will stress. So by having most of this class devoted to working on such a lengthy paper, it allows them to understand how to research legitimate sources, how to go into the database.
Ms. Hensley explains why such a lengthy paper is assigned.
It forces them to also learn how to use time management. It's not a paper you can sit down and write quickly. We would look at how to write a good argument. We look at understanding fallacies, but most importantly, I just know my students will do better in college having had this experience.
Sounds like it's a great idea. Now let's see how the students are handling it.
Tommy, what have you decided to write your 15-page essay on?
Health and fitness.
I decided to write about meditation and stuff like that and being able to find your inner happiness with peace and mindfulness and stuff like that.
That's gonna get you 15 pages?
I think so. I'm at 11 right now, so hopefully I can continue.
How have you been planning to finish it so far, and how much have you gotten done?
I have 10 pages done right now, and I plan to do 1 page a day for the next 5 days.
Well, I've been writing all the separate topics in different separate essay type things, and then once I get them all done, I'm going to put them all together and then just add the transitions where they need to be.
Okay, how have you been strategizing so far to get your paper done?
I've been procrastinating a lot, in class, so I went to Starbucks yesterday and I got 3 pages done.
I plan on finishing it by the end of this week so that I can get it edited and stuff like that, but I started to edit it right now.
Nick, how have you handled the 15-page essay thus far?
Poorly. Haven't even started and we're 2 weeks out.
How do you plan to make up for lost time and get the essay done by the due date?
Cram it all in 1 weekend.
Guys and Dolls musical is this weekend. Grant Patterson brings us a preview.
On November 18th through 20th, Center Grove Theater will be performing Guys and Dolls at the Center Grove Auditorium. We caught up with Mr. Pearson, Olivia Buck, Taylor Ward, and Adriana Goss as they prepare for opening night.
Okay, so Guys and Dolls is it's about gamblers and dolls, obviously. So there's some gamblers that are kind of addicted to gambling. One in particular, Nathan Detroit, and he's still trying to win over his love Adelaide.
So I will be playing Adelaide, and speaking from that character's perspective, she is a showgirl who's been engaged to Nathan Detroit for 14 years. Now, Nathan Detroit is a gambler, and he hosts a floating crap game. He is out of a place to host that crap game, and he needs $1,000 to book a place to do it.
My character makes a bet with another guy that he cannot take a missionary on a date.
The gambler who's coming into town meets this missionary, which is me, and he gets bet that he can't take her to Havana, and so they end up going to Havana and they end up falling in love, and you'll have to come to the show to find out the rest.
With productions of this size, there are always a few bumps in the road.
I think one of the hardest things to always get out of students is figuring out character and really bringing that out. So, there's a variety of things. It's the same challenges for every show.
Well, yesterday we just found out that 4 of our prominent cast members are no longer in the show. So we've been scrambling to fill those roles, but I promise the show will be just as good.
Even with all the bumps in the road, the cast of Guys and Dolls is still confident for opening night.
We were thrown for a loop last night with a last-minute change of cast, but the other members of the cast have really rallied, and everybody's pulling together, so I think we're going to be prepared for opening night.
I feel like we're pretty prepared, taking everything that's happening. I think we're ready.
I think we're definitely where we need to be. It's just that recent episode has set us back a little bit, but I think our cast is devoted enough that we'll pull through.
Come out on November 18th and 19th at 7:30 p.m. and November 20th at 2:30 p.m. to watch Guys and Dolls. Tickets are available online at www.cgtheater.org.
Ethan Boots brings us a video about Prematurity Day.
You may have noticed the cafeteria was decked out in purple yesterday in observance of World Prematurity Day. March of Dimes sponsors the day to raise awareness about how to prevent prematurity. Mrs. Kaler worked with her classes to promote awareness here because of Indiana's high prematurity rate.
Indiana's rank is 35 out of 50, and 1 being the best and 50 being the lowest. So Indiana ranks very high in prematurity rates, and we need to make students and staff aware of how we can prevent some of that.
Kaler hopes by raising student awareness of prematurity, which is a baby born between 27 and 37 weeks, students can start making better choices for their health of their future families.
I want students to be aware that there are things they can do to prevent prematurity, and the awareness part, March of Dimes has information for them to read. I want them to realize that smoking during pregnancy is not recommended. Also, alcohol and drug use during pregnancy also causes some of the premature births. And some things can be prevented, like the teen pregnancy rates and things like that could be decreased and help prevent the prematurity.
The Ping Pong Club has started up this year. Smith Patel, Jade Clenny, and Isabella Brownlee recently caught up with club members to find out more.
If you're wondering why people have been pulling out ping pong tables every Tuesday, it's not just for fun, it's actually a club.
Ping Pong Club is just a club started to have fun playing ping pong, and our motto is no paddle, no battle. And we meet every week from fall break to Christmas break in the Hall of Excellence from 3 to 4.
Although Mrs. T-Van is the sponsor, it's the students who know the club best.
Ping Pong Club is for anyone and everyone. It's a great club. We gather in the Hall of Excellence after school from 3 to 4. A lot of cool people there. It's a lot of fun. Everyone in the school should come. You don't need to bring your own paddle. We have paddles there. Ping pong balls and tables are provided. A lot of great people in the club. Guys like Josh Hall are there. So I'm there, and just come to the Hall of Excellence if you want to play some ping pong after school Tuesday 3 to 4.
With every great club comes intense rivalries. Ping Pong Club is no exception.
We have some intense rivalries in Ping Pong Club. I gotta say, me and Luke DeHaven, that's a pretty intense one because we generally switch off on who wins a match and who doesn't win a match. But all I can say is from now on, you better watch it, DeHaven. I'm going undefeated against you the rest of the year.
Me and Nicole VJ are very competitive, and we play each other almost every week, and I'm not going to let him win anymore.
He's a funny guy, and we're best friends, but when it comes to ping pong, when we get on that table, he's my enemy. I'll never let him beat me. He will never beat me, so come at me, Ryan Sauter.
friends, but once I step inside the lines, it's all business. Eli's going down.
Wanting to go make some friends and play some ping pong? Come down to the Hall of Excellence on Tuesday.
Tea Day, an annual event commemorating Edgar Allan Poe and his writing, will occur on November 21st and 22nd. Former students of Mrs. Davis and other Poe aficionados can stop by room 346 to savor a sip of Black Raven tea. Sad Club is having an impaired driving activity. They will have goggles to make it difficult to see and cones to maneuver. This is open for all juniors and seniors from December 5th to December 9th.
There's a hilarious new trend going around called the Mannequin Challenge. You might have seen Hillary Clinton, Kevin Hart, or even the Colts team taking part in this. Isabella Brownlee and Ellie Dunlap found several groups at CG also participating. And that's all we have for you today, CG.
Bye.
Bye.